Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique War Game Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is a sneaky painting video. What was a sneaky painting video? What do I mean by that? I have a pile of shame painting video series that I do from painting stuff on my pile of shame. Now, there's always a Monday painting video that you voted on by you guys, but every so often I'll just pick a model up and just paint it on the sneaky. And this guy's caught my eye today. This is a very old lead Chaplain. I mean, look how just amazing that model is. Looks very, I mean, look, the head doesn't even look like it's spray properly, but it is. Some crazy ass detail on this model, especially for an old lead sculpt. So I'm going to start by giving some still need to dry brush on the base there and get some black paint, because this is a makeshift base that I made. And then I'm going to set my work that up and then come back to you. So for all my regulars here, guys, I love, thank you very much. I'll see you in a minute. Well, that was quite funny actually, because last time you saw this guy, he was on the base here. Yeah? There's no mishap with the model. Model's perfectly fine. I stopped filming, and then well, I thought I stopped filming. I got the wet palette ready and everything else, put them on the painting handle, and then I looked and realised it was 10 minutes of footage of me just talking to myself, getting the paints ready. So anyway, some of you would notice that this guy, did I just get paint on him? I think I did. Oh, you silly boy. That could have been disastrous. Anyway, let me just sort this out. Right, that could have been absolutely dangerous. That could have broken everything, because some of you will notice that this model is actually, it's an old lead Chaplain, but it's actually heavily converted. So he's supposed to have his little, I can't remember what they're called now, but his little rod in his hand. It could be given a chainsaw. I just believe there's writing. So writing, there's not. And this is from an old rune priest from the Space Wolf Army, just glued on his backpack. Let's give him like a nice little look. Now, at first looking at this model as a Chaplain, so you go, oh yeah, it's pretty straightforward, black armor and everything else. But actually, this is one of those prime examples. I've said it before, the old lead models. They look absolutely fantastic, but they're so busy. I mean, look at the front there. There's all these little bits and pieces hanging on them. Look at his shoulder pad. Beauty seals, skulls. Beauty seals hanging off the gun. You know, there's a lot of bits and pieces going on there. So anyway, let me talk you through my wet palette. So I have some Swimmy Skull, some White Scars, some Beyblade Brown, Corn Red, Vegetable Armour, and I got some Rune Fang Steel. So the first thing I'm going to do, in fact, I'm going to take some Rune Fang Steel, and I'm going to start by just giving the chainsaw a quick dry brush, and the bolt gun. Nothing too fancy, just those of you who are regulars here know I don't want to spend too much time painting weapons. I'd rather spend more time painting the model. But you know, you can just give it a bit of work on the weapons will make them still stand out. But you just, for me, I want to make sure that I get the guide more than the weapons. So the next thing I'm going to do is change my brush size, come back with Rune Fang Steel, and I'm going to come in. The first thing I'm going to do is get this piping on his chest here, on his belly, shall I say. And then come in and get all of this in the little rivet bits inside the groove of the armour. Back of the legs as well. It's always the main culprit about knocking the camera, you idiot. The vents inside the... So this is the old backpack, look at that. The new one has like a little circular bit of trim around the groove, around the vent. So the vent is actually inside, not just flush with the backpack. Shows you how old this guy is. Now, because this room paint still is a layer paint, I'm actually going to come in, give it a bit more across the blades there. And those of you that are new to the hobby and everything else, layer paints, they go on bright, and as they dry, they dull themselves right down. So the idea is you can add another layer, so the first layer will blend in nicely with the second layer, and so on and so forth, so you can make it really, really bright to the colour it needs to be. I'll give you an example. This yellow here, yeah? When you put it on, it goes on this bright, but then dulls itself right down. And then what happens is the next layer you put on brings it a bit brighter. But the first layer blends with it nicely. The next layer then same. So the top raised areas could be as bright as that, but as you go away from that area, it's going to be, you know, dull itself down a little bit. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to come in with corn red, because his shoulder pad here is a blank one. And I think that'll just break up his armour a little bit. If I come in and just put some corn red on there. It's another thing with these older models, some of the poses were so difficult to get into paint. So I'm gonna do that off camera so I can actually see what I'm doing. Right, so now I'm going to come in with just Screaming Skull, and I'm going to pick out his obviously his head. Now I was going to, he's got a big skull on his shoulder here. I was going to paint that gold, but I think because of my Space Marine chapter colours are the Screaming Skull one side and Corn Red the other side, if I just do this, it's going to give me the two colours that I always have in my chapter. I'm also going to go around and hit all his purity seals with some Screaming Skull. Right, so now I'm going to come in with the Baneblade Brown. And what I'm going to do with this is pick out all of the gun pouches. Now, Baneblade Brown is a layer paint, I do believe. Yep, it's a layer paint. So again, they go on bright, but as it dulls itself down, they give you a nice little weird effect of like, so you can see it now. You see this corner down here. If I just give a little touch like that, as it dries off, it's going to give you a worn like brown effect. So because this is a leather pouch, it's going to really make it look like it is a worn leather pouch. Right, so the next colour I need, it's going to be such a quick paint job, I think. I'm going to come in with Chibi-Rama, and I'm going to pick out his chest piece. There's a couple of bits like on his knee here and the other knee. I'm actually going to hit the top of this and do the trim of this. Just to make that pop off even more. I'm going back to you then, guys. Right, so I've thrown some Lothern blue on the wet palette, and I'm going to use this for the purity seals, because I always do my purity seals with Lothern blue. Because of the chapter colours, I just think some models it's easier to do it at Lothern blue, so it stands out a little bit more. And it's a different colour as well, so it does break everything up on the model as well. Right, so for all intents and purposes, this guy is about ready. Everyone that's new to the hobby and you know, what does that mean? I can put them on the table and away we go. It's very simple colours. I mean, especially in Chaplains, are very easy to paint because they are black armour. That rain's coming down heavy. I do apologise if you hear that in the background, guys. But now we're going to take it beyond Battle Ready standard. So I'm going to take some corn red and line my brush up. I'm going to come in and get the eyes. And of course I missed the eye and messed it all up, but it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do, we're going to just get in there and get the eyes. Oh my goodness me, it's a proper butcher job, but that's not a problem. I'll show you why when that dries out, that's not a problem. What I'm going to do whilst that's drying, because I can't believe I butchered that. Oh my goodness me, but that's not, it's not a big issue. I'm actually going to take some Talazar blue. So I'm going to say, what the hell are you doing this now? I don't want a lot of it, and you want a little bit. I'm going to come in and get these wings, or the sort of wings that are hanging off the little thing on the back, his back of his head, the back of his backpack. That's the type of effect I want. Now I need to get in as close as I can to that, because that was that paint that was on there. I didn't know what the hell it was. Just ignore the eyes for a minute. Oh, damn it. But it's good because I actually get a chance to show you how to really simplify this and make it nice and easy. I'm going to leave it to dry for a few minutes and I'm going to come back and show you how to fix the eyes. Right, so I've got some Mustaka red on the wet palette. I'm going to come in with that. That's another layer paint. I'm going to bring it in. Just get it in like that. Because I want to... Those of you that see me paint Space Marines in my chapter, you know that this is like a shading type bit that I do. As you can see the corn red around the edges. And you can see the rest like a red. You think, oh, it's very bright, it'll dull itself down and just blend in really nicely. Right. So let's sort these eyes out. So now I'm going to come back in with some Screaming Skull. And here's what I'm going to do. Try and get this on focus so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to just gently go around the edges. Of course I've gone out of focus. A little bit more on that this side there. Now it's looking a lot better. But now I need to leave that to dry before I come to the next stage for that. But once that's happening, I'm going to come in with some white scars. And I'm just going to just run a little bit on the Puri seals, just to make them stand out a bit more. Looking fantastic. What I can do actually, I'm going to come in, just give the skull a quick little flick over with white scars. I don't have to get full coverage over the screaming skull because that's part of the point. It gives me a really nice skull looking effect. I'm just going to come in. Just bring up as close as I can. No, I have to leave it to dry now before I start next little bit. Right, so what I'm going to do now is come back in with some more white scars, and I'm going to bring it up on the rest of it. Because I want the head to really stand out, be really bright. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this dry. I'm going to give it a third coat of white scars because I want it to be really bright. And then I'm going to come back to you then with some pretty pictures and final thoughts. Bloody camera. Sorry, the camera wouldn't recognise my finger then. I was trying to turn off my thumb, but my fingers are still recovering from doing that turf. And there we have him, guys. I think it's a very, very simple paint job. And I could probably get a bit more white scars on that skull and the shoulder, I'd say. And I think that's fine because his head stands right out different from that. Very simple paint job. It's a very simple model, but it is, as I said before, look how much bits and pieces on the front of the model there. Some of these old lead models have a lot of detail bits going on that they don't need it on there, but it's just on there for the sake of it. But one looks fantastic. Yeah, see, I'm looking at the face there. That side of the face looks a bit weird, but that's because I think that's just the way the sculpt is. But anyway, for some people are going to give out, oh, I don't want to see these old models painted. What's the point of painting this old model? Ooh. We all have them. We all have old models that are sitting there waiting to be painted up and just, never get around to them. Like, for example, it's an old Termagun. Here's a new Termagun. I'm still going to paint him. I'm still going to use him in games. Will this guy ever hit the table? I don't know. I would like to see him one day on the table, but I can't guarantee it because there are too many character models that can go on the table, that are just more beneficial for me to have on the table. But I'm not going to say no. Hopefully one day he'll be on the table. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you have any comments for me, chuck them below. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button because it costs you absolutely nothing. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything that we produce here. Everyone smash the thumbs up button so it triggers YouTube to share this video to more and more people and makes this amazing community of you guys grow even more. Guys, until next time, take it easy.